16 years ago, my husband Mark and I decided to start fostering. We already had two biological daughters, but we wanted to help more kids. That's when Sally came into our lives. She was 16 and we knew she had been sexually abused, but we didn't know many details. We didn't push her to talk about it, just tried to make her feel safe and loved, like our own daughters. Mark, now a 55-year-old engineer, and I, a 55-year-old teacher, did our best to integrate Sally into our family. She was quiet and a bit withdrawn at first. Mark sometimes thought she was a little too familiar with him, but he brushed it off. We figured she was just trying to fit in. Life went on, and we all tried to adjust to our new family dynamic. When Sally was 17, something happened that shook us. She approached Mark and touched him inappropriately. Mark was shocked and immediately told her that wasn't okay. He came to me, and we both talked to Sally about it. She apologized, saying she didn't know what she was thinking. We decided to get her into therapy. We also made sure Mark was never alone with her unless necessary. It was awkward, but we wanted to help her. We didn't want to disrupt her life by moving her to another home so close to graduation. Sally graduated and went to college, and we felt relieved. She had a good relationship with our daughters, so we welcomed her back during breaks. Everything seemed okay for a while. Sally seemed to be doing well, and we hoped the therapy was helping. But then, when she was 20 and home for a break, something happened that changed everything. Mark was in the kitchen late at night when Sally approached him and took off her shirt. Mark came to get me, and we both confronted her. We told her she had to leave immediately. After that night, we told Sally she wasn't welcome in our home anymore. We agreed to support her financially until she graduated, but we kept our distance. We didn't tell anyone what happened, and we stayed polite if we saw her in public. She agreed to these terms, and we all moved on. Sally kept in touch with our daughters, which I was okay with. They were still good friends, and I didn't want her to lose that support. But our interactions with her were minimal. We only exchanged small talk when we saw her. A few days ago, Sally called out of the blue. She wanted to meet with me and Mark to talk about something important. I was nervous but agreed. Yesterday, Sally and her husband Jack came over. After some small talk, Sally started apologizing for everything that happened. She told us about her childhood, how she was abused by her dad and uncle. She explained that she thought that was how daughters showed love to their dads. With Mark being nice to her, she got confused. It was a long conversation, filled with tears. Sally's apology was heartfelt. She said she realized how inappropriate her actions were and was very ashamed. She had been doing a lot of counseling and working on herself. She wanted to rebuild trust with us and earn our forgiveness. Then she dropped a bombshell. She and Jack were expecting a baby. She wanted us to be involved as grandparents. Mark immediately forgave her and told her he had forgiven her a long time ago. I told her I held no ill will, but felt it was best to remain distant. Sally started crying, and I felt terrible. Jack was upset with me, saying it took a lot of courage for Sally to come to us. I agreed and told them I was proud of her, but I didn't think we should change the status quo. I wished her the best and said I would always have love in my heart for her. After they left, Mark and I had a long talk. He thought I was wrong for not wanting to give Sally another chance. He believed we had enough space and time to heal. I wasn't so sure. The past was still too fresh for me. I spent the next few days reflecting on everything. Memories of Sally's time with us flooded back. I remembered her first day, her timid smile, and how she gradually became part of our family. Despite everything, I couldn't deny the love I once felt for her. I decided to see my therapist to sort through my feelings. She reminded me that healing is a journey, not a destination. Sally's actions were cries for help. We could set boundaries and take things slowly, which offered a glimmer of hope. Feeling a bit more clear-headed, I decided to reach out to Sally. I called her, nervous but determined. She sounded tentative but agreed to meet. We met at a cafe, a neutral place to talk. We both shared our fears and hopes. We talked for hours, and it was painful but cathartic. By the end, we agreed to take things one step at a time. It wasn't a perfect solution, but it was a start. Maybe we could find a way to be part of each other's lives again. The next few weeks were tentative but hopeful. Sally and I started texting and calling more often. Our conversations were guarded at first but slowly became more open. We talked about her pregnancy, her therapy, and the past. Mark was supportive, happy to see us reconnecting. Our daughters, now 31 and 29, were surprised but supportive. They had always maintained a relationship with Sally and were happy to see us mending fences. Their encouragement gave me strength. As Sally's pregnancy progressed, we interacted more. We even went to a couple of her doctor appointments. It was exciting, but also scary. The idea of being grandparents was thrilling, but the past still haunted me. Mark remained a rock, always supportive. Our daughters were thrilled at the prospect of a new family member, but the shadows of the past lingered. Sometimes, old fears resurfaced, but we kept pushing forward, rebuilding trust bit by bit. When Sally went into labor, it was a whirlwind. We rushed to the hospital, filled with anxiety and excitement. Being there for the birth of our grandchild was profound. Holding that tiny life in my arms, I felt a surge of love and hope. Sally was exhausted but glowing with joy. In that moment, I knew the past couldn't define our future. This child was a new beginning, a chance to create something beautiful. Mark and I were officially grandparents, and it felt amazing. Bringing the baby home was surreal. We were all excited and nervous. Sally and Jack were adjusting to parenthood, and we were figuring out our new roles as grandparents. It was a lot to take in, but we were happy. We took things slow, respecting boundaries while trying to be supportive. We spent time with the baby, bonding and creating new memories. It wasn't always easy, but we were committed to making it work. As the months passed, our relationship with Sally slowly improved. We still had our ups and downs, but we were making progress. The baby brought us closer, giving us a common goal and a reason to keep trying. We started having family dinners and spending more time together. It felt strange at first, but gradually it became more comfortable. We were rebuilding trust and finding a new normal. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were moments when the past resurfaced, causing tension. But we were learning to communicate better, addressing issues instead of letting them fester. Mark and I had our own struggles, too. We had to navigate our feelings and find a way to support each other. It wasn't always easy, but we were determined to make it work for our family. Finding a balance between the past and the present was challenging. We had to acknowledge our history while focusing on the future. It was a delicate dance, but we were learning to manage it. We set boundaries to protect ourselves and Sally. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. We were finding a way to coexist and support each other, one step at a time. Our family started to feel more connected. We spent holidays together, creating new traditions and memories. The baby was a joy, bringing laughter and love into our lives. We still had our moments of doubt, but the good times outweighed the bad. We were building a new chapter in our family story, one filled with hope and forgiveness. As time went on, our relationships grew stronger. We learned to trust each other again, slowly but surely. The baby was a constant reminder of why we were trying so hard. We celebrated milestones and supported each other through challenges. It wasn't always easy, but we were committed to making it work. We were a family, after all. Letting go of the past was hard, but necessary. We had to forgive ourselves and each other to move forward. It was a process, but we were making progress. We focused on the present and the future, cherishing the moments we had together. The past would always be a part of us, but it didn't have to define us. We were stronger than that. In the end, we found a way to move forward. Our family was stronger, closer, and more connected. We had faced our demons and come out the other side, ready for a new chapter. Life wasn't perfect, but it was ours. We had each other, and that was enough. We were a family, bound by love, forgiveness, and the promise of a brighter future. If you enjoyed the story, please subscribe for more. Like the video and share it with your friends. Got any crazy stories of your own? Share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.